What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 8 of the Real Talk Rants with your boy Sully. I am joined as always by...
Rasnoff boy, opening a can of whoop ass on your ass. Hey,
So the not swearing lasted how long?
What did I say?
A can of whoop ass on your ass.
That's not swearing.
Alright, it might be not that bad in comparison.
Yeah. So, Disney Channel episode, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I've got a challenge. Every swear word said counter. Winner gets a pinned comment by Sully.
Counter, Jesus. Right,
Yeah,
cool.
a swear counter.
Well, my plan for the episode is just to avoid swearing at all costs, because I'd like this to be monetized.
Trying. Did you get hit by piss?
Oh, yeah.
You got hit by the piss?
Straight up.
You got pissed?
Yeah.
Jeez, what did we talk about?
I don't know.
What's the title? What did you hit with Jake Paul?
It's a good question. I can't even remember.
Having a little gander on up. Do you know, to search your channel, I was typing Sully on Sundays.
Mad thing. It was like, we're back, where were we? Logic, World War II and Jake Paul. It could have been World War II, because, you know, war. But I didn't put anything like weird in the tags or anything either, so I don't know. But, yeah. On the topic of last week's episode... It actually got received quite well. If you look on my channel, as expected, the most watched thing out of anything I've uploaded in God knows how long.
Talking about that, sorry everyone listening for my shocking excuse for audio. Jeez, that echo.
Yeah, ignore the echo, right?
Hopefully I fixed it. If I haven't, rip
the
Ryan.
worst thing was you forgetting what day Christmas was, to be honest. I remember Jake messaging me about it. I was
He messaged me as well.
He actually did that.
He put it on his Snapchat story, didn't he?
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, honey, no. You've had 20 Christmases and you forgot when Christmas was.
It's the 25th,
right? Alright.
So, you know, learnt something last week.
Oh, wow.
On the subject of audio,
hopefully
getting a new mic for me.
Bang, bang, bang.
So I'm going to be getting, wait, it's on my phone, give me 2 seconds. So I'm going to get it's a Audio Technica microphone with like things like that. And then what I might do is get another one, because they come with a stand. And I'm getting like an interface and stuff in as well. So what I might do is get another one with my paycheck.
Ooh.
And then what Dylan might do is every Wednesday he'll come over and we'll record like 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
And then, because then it's easier instead of coming weekly. If you can do weekly, I don't mind, but it's quite long.
Well, Wednesday's my day off, but I'm kind of looking to get a job and whatnot. So
exactly. So every 2 weeks. At some point, like once every 2 weeks, isn't that hard to come across?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, and then we'll record at mine with like dope audio, which is great.
And
I've wanted to upgrade my audio for a while. Had a Blue Yeti. Anyone out there, don't buy one. Don't do it. It's one of the most insane things ever.
Ridiculously expensive as well.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous considering like there's so many better microphones out there that give you better quality for even better price. It's like,
so I bought mine on sale, luckily for 40, but I think they go for like 100.
Yeah.
And you can get the mic I'm buying for 100. But the problem with the Yeti isn't that it's a bad mic; it's a decently made microphone.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculously sensitive. It will pick up everything and everything. Like if you don't,
for some things that's ideal, but not for most things.
Like for a podcast, I don't really want to hear the echo in my room and.
You don't want to hear like your chair creaking every 20 seconds or
literally,
like,
yeah. So
every tap
you can
on
hear,
a desk.
no, literally you
like
can hear. I remember I was talking to my mate, and I think it was Harry, and he was talking about how he went for a wee, and
you just hear
Blue
him in the
Yeti
background.
picked up him going for a wee.
Nice.
2 rooms away.
Very nice.
Yeah, so hopefully be getting that. Also, next month, gonna buy a 1060 for myself.
The new tech.
So that's nice.
Lit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have that new hard drive. I'm gonna be getting soon because I need one. When I get my new hard drive, I'm gonna swipe my PC. I feel like I'm done with the shit. I'm gonna keep the photo stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe not swipe. Maybe just delete all my games, and then make my hard drive I have now, which is a terabyte, into my like YouTube and photography stuff,
Mhm.
and then the 2 terabyte for games, because I feel like you can fill up 2 terabytes worth of games very quickly.
Oh yeah, hands down.
So I'll be doing that. I have an SSD, so my Windows can
Plus
go
with
on
the
there.
amount you have as well.
I have a lot, yeah.
Exactly.
I have to uninstall games constantly, which is really annoying and a
I
really
I
big
don't
pain.
really, because I don't play like all that many, and at the moment I
Like my
can't
Steam
play
library's not
any at
massive. I
all.
just have
But
all the games I want to play are huge, like really big file size, and I can't play them because my graphics card isn't like insane, and I want to play them on decent graphics. Like
yeah,
Watch Dogs 2, I want to play so bad, but to get that game is hard enough to run on low, let,
yeah.
let alone like high. So you know, a 1060 would be nice. So that's cool. Um, what else am I getting? Am I forgetting anything? Oh, it's weird though. Gonna buy a fast Rubik's cube next week.
A fast Rubik's cube.
Yeah, it's like one from China. They're like lubed up.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, gonna break my record. I'm gonna do it. I did one in 32 seconds, like
I've
last
still got
month,
mine, and
which was
like
nice.
it's only done as much as you completed it.
Yeah, because I'm. I can
Like,
do a Rubik's cube.
It's like, but mine's a 5x5, so
Mhm.
yeah.
I have no idea how to do a 5x5. I just
Yeah.
kind of just assumed that it was the same and just started.
You
But,
did like one side, 2 rows of green, a row of red.
Did I do the whole of white?
Yeah,
That was
and
mad. I don't know
a
how I
row
did
of
that.
blue. You've got like a row of each color
Mhm.
done on the side where white's complete. So
Mm.
it's
Um,
progress in it.
Yeah.
Eventually, it will get done.
Yeah. Also, hopefully, getting a new camera, which is going to be really lit. And I'm kind of torn between 2 lenses. So, gonna be getting a 60D, and they're like discontinued, but they're like really good. Like everyone who has one says they're insane cameras. So yeah. And then I'm stuck between 2 lenses, and I really
Lenses
don't
are
know
the
what to
problem,
do.
though, isn't it?
Because the one I want is really nice. It's a Sigma 20mm.
Is it the
One
one you
point-
sent me?
Yeah, 1.4, mate. That depth of field would be crazy.
Mhm.
1.4 20mm, but like it's a 20mm, so it's kind of wide.
Yeah.
Well, it's very like mine now goes to 18mm, and it's a half frame, so it goes to like 22 maybe. So, but yeah, so for taking photos of people, not the best lens. But then I don't do that enough. There's also a lens I want to get. It could be worth is a 24 to 70mm Canon lens, same price, but it's
Yeah.
nowhere near as nice glass. Like it will
Mm.
not be as sharp and things like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you do enough like stuff with people to
I
really.
I, I
like,
enjoy
justify.
doing photos of people more normally because it's more fun.
It's a case of finding people to do it with. You still need to do a shoot with me, pal.
We'll do that. I got you.
Do you know what I want to wait to get before you do?
What?
Then like 100 Thieves red camo
Oh
hoodie.
my fucking god, yes.
That with my like NMDs and
Oh
like,
yeah.
mate, your boy
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
swagged out to the rafters. But it sold out in minutes because Nadeshot's a genius and decided to sort his clothing brand the same way Supreme do it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
He just does random drops of like different merch, and once they're sold out, you can't get them unless someone's reselling them.
Mhm.
I found one
So,
on
yeah.
eBay the other day for like 80 quid, but you know,
Mhm.
life. But
So
yeah,
like in my Amazon basket right now is like that camera stuff, all the audio stuff, and I want to get 2 new monitors that have because I have 3 and the 2 side ones don't have mounts like bracket mounts. So I want to get
yeah.
2 like I don't care 24 as long as they're 24-inch and just cheap monitors that I can put on a bracket, so I can put my monitors up on a bracket, have a mic with a mic arm. They look dope.
Thanks out.
Yeah, pretty much is my goal. Yeah, like, that's what I'm waiting for basically. I'm just like adding so much stuff into.
It's good though. It's always nice feeling upgrading your stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm not complaining. at all.
Yeah, you can't really, can you?
No.
I still
No.
need to sort mine out actually, because I still haven't worked out what the fuck is wrong with my
I couldn't tell you, mate. To be honest.
with my
Hopefully.
PC. But come December, I'm getting a bursary. I'm gonna rebuy Windows. Hopefully, I can sort all the updates on that. Because everything I've looked at online, people are literally saying, "Oh, just do your Windows updates." Normally, it's like a firmware issue, and I'm like what? So I've tried doing it on this weird, apparently counterfeit, non-genuine version of Windows that I bought off Amazon. So thank you very much.
What, like
But
the disc that you installed it with?
yeah,
I have a Windows disc. Obviously, you won't be able to.
no, it's the product key. I don't know what's wrong with it because it was like an OEM version, so it can only be done on like a machine with nothing on it. And when I rebuilt all my PC and stuff, I had it
Oh,
completely
yeah.
wiped. Like everything was empty, and it just still didn't work because they're the ones that companies use when they're distributing like new PCs out to people and they do their own builds. So I thought it would work perfectly fine, but apparently I did something wrong in the installation, and it just didn't work. So I'm gonna go out and just buy another disc that isn't an OEM version and use that because then I'll actually be able to upgrade my shit properly and not
Yeah.
well, that swear counter is going to be going off. But
Have I sworn?
yeah, I think you said shit. But you know, well, we lasted a good like 11 minutes at least. But yeah, that's my plan in terms of like upgrading and stuff. I can't go all out and buy new stuff for my setup because it's going to be a
Nice.
very expensive Christmas because I'm going on holiday with Laura from like the 18th of December to the 20 something, and then I'm spending Christmas up there, coming back down for New Year's, and going back up on like the 5th for the weekend. So December's going to be an expensive month for me, and then obviously like bills and rent and whatnot. So life. But yeah, in terms of my setup, there's not a whole lot that I want to upgrade. I just want it to work, to be honest. Because it's at a good stage where I can actually do stuff with my PC. It's just nothing works for some
Well, hopefully,
reason.
if I give you my old graphics,
Which you've already done.
well, again, another one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll rule out the fact that like guarantee the graphics card works type of
Yeah.
stuff. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. We talked about this at the very end of the last podcast, I believe.
Yeah.
So, what was the name we agreed on?
It was the rant vent calendar.
Yeah, the rant vent calendar.
Yes.
So, I'm pretty sure me and Dylan have got it down to what we want it to be. So, about 20-minute episodes. One subject, all 25 days. 25 days, basically.
Yeah, like every day from December 1st to the 25th is a different episode every day, one topic, 20 minutes, and it just gives you guys consistent quality content for the entire month that you don't have to worry about. So you don't have to worry about me not uploading like I haven't really been doing for the past, 6 or so months, apart from Sully on Sundays.
Did I send you? I did send you the
Yeah, you
highlight
did.
video.
It's on my email, but I haven't uploaded it yet. I will be doing so. Just to confirm, Ryan did send it. This not going up is like my issue, not Ryan's. But it'll probably go up on the Monday or Tuesday just to space out videos. Because if the podcast is going up every Friday, then like I have Sully on Sundays as well, and then like Tuesday or Wednesday is probably the best day for another video to go up. But I'm not sure how like often I'll be pumping those out. It depends how often I get to stream and stuff, and obviously how much time you have to edit clips or whatever.
I'm assuming over the next few months, I'm pretty chilled on not doing much.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just gonna do a lot of like photo stuff, video stuff.
Yeah.
So I should have a lot of time, which is quite cool.
Well, I have a 6-hour stream
problem
that
at
you
the
can go
moment-
through from the other day.
I mean, yeah, literally,
If you
it's
can
fine.
try and download that, despite taking like
problem
12
is,
hours.
might have to wait for me to get a hard drive because
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
moment I'm sitting on a solid. I'll let you know. Hold up,
No gigabyte.
5 gig.
Barely enough to record the audio for
This.
this.
Yeah, literally, I have to delete it off my computer when I send it to you. It's that bad. Yeah, so that's fun. So I might have to delete a game off my PC tonight, which is fun.
Lit.
Yeah. Yeah, so 25 episodes, which is quite a lot, but I think we can do it. What we got to do is
We need to like sit down for one weekend and like bulk record, I think. But what's awkward about them going up like every day is that different things are going to be happening each day, and it's going to be awkward trying to do relevant topics and stuff. But we'll work it out.
So
We'll sort it.
on the end of relevant topics,
Yeah.
I guess if it's a massive thing, we can quickly like jump on if we have time and record. But I don't think you're not that free in December. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to be not super relevant topics.
Well, I'm pretty much free till the 18th. I finish uni on the 8th, which gives me like 10 days to one, sort out presents for everyone, two, like record as much as possible before I go away, and three, work out scheduling for the uploads and stuff when I'm away. That's going to be the main issue.
Uploaded.
Yeah, but I feel like we could, I don't know, we'll work it out. We can either bulk record like prior, or record like when it comes to December, start recording them on like a daily basis, and then when it comes to like the 15th, like record like 5, like or whatever. Just because like the couple of days before the 18th, I kind of want to like prepare for going away and stuff like that.
Well, in the sense of that, we can just, I say before December, we record a couple.
Yeah.
Like, so we have backups type of thing. Well, we're gonna have to say the dates, so not that, but the first few days we can chill and record some more in December, and then for when you're away, we're just gonna have to record for when we're away, or if I have plans,
Yeah.
or like any family stuff going on or whatever. We just make sure we have a video for that day.
Yeah.
But it's chill. It's not that hard. We can do that easy.
Yeah.
We just got to sort our shit out, which is.
Well, at the moment, it just seems like we have like a week to sort of deal with between the 18th and Christmas.
I have like one day I'm going Winter Wonderland and stuff like that, but
yeah,
we can just, I don't know when we'll sort that out. That's not hard.
Yeah, it's right. Don't worry about it. They'll be up.
We got this.
We've agreed to it. We sorted it. We're not going back on
Yeah.
our word now.
It's gonna be dope. I'm ready.
It is. I'm excited to do it, to be honest, because it's like the first time I've been able to do proper consistent stuff on my channel, and it's stuff that people actually want to listen to and enjoy, apparently, based on the views that we got for the like podcast when I uploaded it.
Well, most recent one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
For Sully on Sundays, I said it was at around like 100 views, because it was on like 97 or something.
120.
It hit 120, which is very nice. I like it. It's like 3 times the usual amount of views I get, so I can't complain at all. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do for that. It will be happening. We can confirm. It wasn't just something we said in a podcast and won't get around to doing. It will actually be happening. But
Right.
yeah.
Next topic: Stranger Things. Wow.
Oh my. Right. Let me like start off first about the whole deal with what's going on with Hollywood right now. It's quite scary for me as someone who has always really enjoyed film, loved the idea of Hollywood and how it was built and what it's turned into and stuff like that, with it being the sort of industry I want to go into with films, television, that sort of thing, directing, writing, even acting. At one point I wanted to do that. Like, it's literally always been part of my plan to be somewhere around that, whether it be in like the British film industry, but Hollywood essentially is the goal. I think it is for most people in my position. And over the last few weeks, it started out with the Harvey Weinstein scandal. Who, if you don't know, Harvey Weinstein was a massive like producer. He owns the Weinstein Company. He's worked on films like a ridiculous amount of Tarantino's films, and he's pretty much like one of the big dogs in Hollywood. He's worked on things like Gangs of New York, Shakespeare in Love, My Week with Marilyn, Nine, like I said, a bunch of the Tarantino films like Kill Bill, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like ridiculously like popular person in this industry. And then over the last few weeks, it came out that he'd been like sexually harassing people, and it's basically a lot of sex scandals going on. There's stuff with actresses he's worked with where he's forced them into situations where they've literally had to sit and watch him masturbate. He's tried giving them like naked massages and stuff like that. And it started off as this, and it's blown up into this massive thing now in Hollywood where actors there's like a new actor every day where there's something going wrong, like they've done something wrong, something in their career is pretty much like the lowest of the low in terms of what a person can get to. The biggest one I think so far is Kevin Spacey, who, if you don't know, massive actor, The Usual Suspects, American Beauty, House of Cards is like the most like modern thing he's in and the thing he's most commonly associated for now. Um, there was this thing with him apparently like sexually assaulting this like 13-year-old dude at a party in the 80s, and he came out and told everyone, and his reaction to it was to say, oh, I can't remember if I did these things. If I did, I'm sorry. And then he also said at the end of his statement, oh yeah, I'm gay. And it was like, what? Like everyone like had their suspicions about him potentially being gay just because of the type of person he was and like the way he was as a like I don't know person. It's kind of like subjective and generalizing to say that, but that's sort of the general gist of how people have reacted to this, or like on the face of things is how they reacted to it. But it was the fact that he attempted to use him being gay as some sort of like backboard for him not getting as much backlash from what he did or the accusations being placed against him, and everyone was like, whoa. Like
Everyone was like,
Netflix have
everyone would be like,
immediately cancelled like House, or not cancelled House of Cards, but I think they're ending it after season 6. They're deciding whether to kill his character off. He's no longer going to be like involved with any Netflix productions as far as I'm aware, but the main issue they had with House of Cards and not being able to just like kill him off and carry it on is that he's a massive part of the production and the writing and the like behind the scenes stuff with House of Cards, which is why it sucks because it's an incredible series, and it just really sucks that a lot of these people now involved are like people who have been in the public eye for so long, and it's like, what is going on in Hollywood? Like, everyone had their suspicions. Like I said, a lot of people are coming out now saying like, oh, this person's been like this the entire time, but there's a lot of stuff about how much people have been hiding over the years, which is the most worrying thing for me, because last year when you saw a celebrity's name pop up, you pretty much assumed it was because they were dead. Like 2016 was the year that celebrities were dying. Like it seemed like there was some weird curse with that year of celebrity deaths. But this year, it's like, okay, what has this celebrity now done wrong? Like, what issue have they caused, and what have they done in their career that is potentially going to tarnish what they've worked their entire life for? And like I said, it's hit me quite personally because a lot of the names that have come out and people that issues have been brought up about have been people that I've like been aware of and have enjoyed things they've made and produced and stuff like that. And especially with Kevin Spacey, because on my course we watched American Beauty as part of our screenwriting piece, and that whole film is about him like lusting after his teenage daughter's best friend, and it's like, what the hell? Like just I don't know. It's been ridiculously crazy, and a lot of like stuff that you don't really want to be reading about with regards to an industry you have always sort of like revered and like aspired to be involved in is essentially like going to crap now, and it just hits me quite personally because it causes a lot of issues for where I would have liked to have seen myself, and now where I'm a bit worried going forward because. When I first told you about this, you were like, "All right, yeah, Dylan. Like, I know you want to be involved in like films and stuff, but don't go around doing any weird shit with kids or or actors." And I was like, "Well, needless to say, I wouldn't." But that seems to be,
I guess it maybe
what's been happening.
It's like you have to go into the game now and kind of change it.
Maybe, but I feel like because of everyone coming out and talking about it, like a lot of people are now. Giving a voice to all of these like victims is what they are, people who've been abused or assaulted or harassed over their careers, who are now being given a pedestal and a voice and like being able to share their experiences. It's a very positive thing to have happened. Like it needed to happen at some point, and it's like ridiculous that it's taken this long for it to have happened, but that's the way things have gone down. And then when talking about my topic, you brought up Stranger Things. What's happened recently with these guys is um, people were sort of oddly sexualizing these actors, and like Millie Bobby Brown, who is 13 years old, and his name's like Finn Wolf something. There was a singer who put on her Instagram story a picture of this 14-year-old actor and said, "All right, Finn, call me in 4 years," or something like that. Basically going on about how hot he is and how she'd like want to get with him or whatever. And everyone literally replied to her like, "What are you doing?" Like, given everything that's been coming out over the past few weeks, with, like I said, with Hollywood and the massive shock behind it, it was like the most poorly timed, worst taste of a joke that's ever been made. And I watched a Philip DeFranco video on it, like when the story was obviously quite new, because this was a few weeks ago now. And he was like, imagine if this was flipped. Imagine if I put up on my Instagram story a picture of Millie Bobby Brown, who's the female actress from Stranger Things, who is 13 years old, and said, "Oh yeah, call me in 5 years." How bad that would look in comparison to what people are trying to just brush off as like a joke. It would look a lot creepier if a guy was doing it, which again sucks to say, but that's just the way society works. Like if there's a 30, 40-year-old man, I think the singer was like 27 or something, so still a fair age gap.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just a bit like, what on earth were you thinking? And yeah, she sort of tried to brush it off as a joke. She put a picture up on Instagram saying, "Oh yeah, obviously I'm like not deliberately trying to hit on him. It was just a joke, whatever." And it's like, you don't do that, especially given everything that's happened over the past few weeks. And what's added to that now is that I believe there was a video posted of Finn walking into his hotel a couple of weeks ago, and he was sort of like brushing off attempts to talk to fans and take pictures with people and stuff like that. And everyone was backing him up, obviously, because he's a 13, 14-year-old kid. He probably has stuff to do. Like, he's tired. He's like, he just wants a nap or something. Like, what 13? I can't remember what I was doing at 13. I was probably in my room playing COD or something. But you sort of just want to avoid people, get on with your crap, and not have to deal with like hundreds of people waiting outside a hotel for you. I can't imagine like what that would feel like, but to me, being the most like one of the most anxious people I've ever met, I try to avoid people at all costs. So there was a load of like positive feedback on his part, basically saying like, I don't need to do this. Like, I'm trying to live my life. He's a person first and a like actor second, or person first, celebrity second, however you want to word it. And it was like, the weirdest part about it was this dude was like 30 years old recording this video as well. And it was like, think about if you were a parent and you were walking with your child, no matter how famous they were, like they're 13 years old and there's a stranger recording them on a phone,
That's weird.
trying to get them to take a picture, or they're waiting outside their hotel, like trying to get their attention and stuff like that. And it's like, I get it, you're a fan, you want to do that sort of thing, but there's boundaries, there's privacy, especially more so when they're children. And you see it all the time with like celebrities not having the time to do things with fans, or like what seems to be them ignoring their fans, and people are like, "Oh yeah, we're the people who made you," that sort of thing. And it's like, well, not really, because you, for one, didn't cast the dude in the show that made him famous. Yeah, you watched it, but you're not his casting director, you're not his agent, you haven't helped progress his career really in any way.
I mean, realistically, they made themselves.
Exactly.
Like,
And
I get in any sense of celebrity, right? Like, yes, your fans obviously give you money and blah blah blah, but you're the one that puts the work in, and they like you. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's
Like,
you.
you made you.
Yeah, and
They just like you.
the worst thing is just like, they're kids, man. They shouldn't have to deal with this sort of thing, no matter how famous they are, no matter like what they're doing or what they have done or have been in, or how badly you might want to like meet this person. It's a child.
Just go up to them and ask for a photo, man. Do you still think that's weird?
I can't fathom it. Like, it's just weird to me, because they're literally
As an
13
adult,
years old.
yes, right. But then kids don't really watch the show.
Yeah. It's
I
just
mean,
it's such an awkward thing to talk about because if you're looking at other famous people who are older, they've dealt with this for maybe a while, you're more likely to be more annoyed because like okay, like you could have done this or whatever, but this is crap they deal with on a daily basis. Sometimes they really just don't have the time. Sometimes they're busy people. No matter what you think about celebrities, they're
oh no,
a
yeah,
lot
of
of the
course.
time always doing something. Like even if you're just seeing them walking past, it's like
They got somewhere to
privacy
be.
is privacy is key for these people. They spend their entire lives in a spotlight, like behind a camera in a recording studio, working to give you things that you can enjoy. Like you don't need that extra. It's not necessary for you. Like as nice as it would be to have, it's just not needed. Wait for them to want to do a meet and greet. Wait for them to want to like do something with their
Are you
fans.
talking
Don't
about in the sense of any celebrity or just them?
I feel like more so just because they're kids, but you can
Because like if you
understand it
saw like
from.
Logic walking down the street,
Obviously, I want to go talk to him, but I couldn't do that
so
personally anyway, just
in my
because.
sense, I wouldn't ask if I saw him. I don't think I'd ask for a photo. If he brung it up, I would say yes, but I'd
Yeah.
rather have a conversation
Yeah, and I
over a
feel like
picture.
that's what they want a lot of the time. They don't want people running up to them like, "Oh yeah, let me whip my phone out." They want to be able to like, if you like personally, because I can't, because like I've mentioned, I'm an anxious wreck
Mhm.
of a person. I can't walk up to someone and like try to talk to them. Like I've avoided conversations with my mum when I've seen her walk past in the street. As much as that sucks as a person to have to say, like I have done that, and it's hard, but I understand why people want it, but I really get from a celebrity point of view, not like that sounded so egotistical, it's ridiculous, but I get from a point of view of
I
like I'm a
celebrity
celebrity,
Sully.
I'm a
Aye.
celebrity, okay, 920 subscribers on YouTube. I understand. But no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Sorry, senpai.
What I'm saying is like from a celebrity's perspective, they want to like be a real person. They don't want
They
to
want to
be
have
a
a
picture on
conversation
someone's
with you.
wall. Yeah. That especially Logic, especially after being at his gig and
Yeah.
listening to the
Oh
stuff he
my
had to
god.
say, even when he was bringing fans up, he just wants to talk to these people.
Mate, when he was like, if there's any fuckboys in the crowd with their phones out,
It's like
don't say anything. Just know deep down inside, you're a fuckboy.
it's like they don't want to have to deal with that. They spend so much time behind a camera. They don't want to be like a phone background. They want to have a real conversation every once in a while, and it's something they struggle to get out of life in general. But I don't know. It's weird because it's kids, man.
Mm.
Let kids live. Let them live. Let them be kids.
Yeah, but they also have to. You also have to take in the fact that most people aren't very clued in to the fact that they're actually people.
Yeah, like
So,
that's
but they have to
so
kind of
annoying.
expect it. You know, like you're on a probably the biggest, like in the sense of right now, the biggest trending show.
Stranger Things.
E.
Yeah, hands down.
So you kind of have to expect you're gonna get people coming up to you.
Yeah, well, obviously, but it's just
No, but just take it into
boundaries.
precaution and just do thing. You're gonna have to do. Like, I get that you're young, you haven't lived life as a non-celebrity. If you take the fact like Justin Bieber into account or something, the
Yeah,
guy was a celebrity when he was
when he
what,
was
how
like
old?
12, something
Yeah,
ridiculous like that. And
and
he's
but he was on
23 now?
like, huh?
He's what, like 23 now or something?
Yeah, probably. Or like
Yeah,
Miley Cyrus and all these people who were like thrown into being celebrities at such young ages.
yeah.
You just have to learn to like. But then I feel that's quite sad that you kind of just have to deal with it. Like you
But
can't
then
really
you
live
look
a
at that,
normal
and a
life.
lot of them people have done a lot of like stupid, bad,
Oh no, but
ridiculous
saying that,
crap.
actually saying that, I was watching. Who was I watching? Oh, so Pointless Blog, Alfie Days.
Oh yeah,
In this video, he was like, I went to a therapist, blah blah, and he was like, sometimes I wish I could just go to the shop and not have people run up to me.
yeah.
And the therapist was saying to him, she was like, you can have that, and he was like, well, no. He was like, yeah. She was like, don't do a video for 2 years, and then you'll have that. And he was like, well, and then she was like, well, exactly, you don't want that then. It's the same as any celebrity. If you don't want to be noticed, like if Justin Bieber didn't make music for 5 years, guarantee he could walk down the street.
I don't know. It's a bit hard with Justin Bieber in it because Justin Bieber's Justin Bieber, and Alfie
5
Diaz,
years.
like Alfie Diaz, is a YouTuber.
5 years.
It's a lot harder when you compare two people like that because Justin Bieber.
No, I mean, but 5 years is a long time.
Yeah, but it's Justin Bieber. That dude could disappear for 5 years. So,
mate, if Acorn walked down the street, I don't think I'd notice him.
What do you mean?
You would notice Acorn.
Yes.
Out of a group, in a crowded street, you would notice Acorn.
Eunice noticed Acorn in Hammersmith.
Mate, I saw Dapper Larsel the other day, and I had to second guess myself is how little I see her now.
Yeah, but Dapper Lars was Dapper. Again, it's like it's
no,
generalizing.
But he was massive.
Yeah, not like Justin Bieber massive, not Akon massive.
But then you could say like some celebrities just disappear and they probably walk around the road like streets now. Like you can't, you know what you're signing up for when you get on a show and it gets massive.
I mean, not really, because you don't know it's gonna get massive. Like I guarantee, like Finn's agent didn't think, oh yeah, this is gonna be the biggest show on Netflix. Like you're gonna be one of the most popular names in the world in 2017.
If they really don't want it, leave the show.
You say this, but it's their career.
Then deal with it. Yeah, but you're getting into a career.
But that's like saying
the end goal of that career. No, just the end goal of that career is to be a massive Hollywood star, right?
No,
and what
not
comes
necessarily.
With
like what people want when they go into acting is to enjoy what they do, and a lot of people do, and a lot of that isn't related to how famous they are.
Okay, so to be the best, normally people strive to be the best at something. To be the best Hollywood actor, you're gonna be famous.
Yeah, but a consequence of that shouldn't be like people stalking you or like having to deal with people outside your hotels.
I'm not
and stuff
agreeing
like
with that. But people are people are weird. You're gonna get weird people.
I know, hands down.
So you kind of have to. You're signing up for it. You know what I mean? It's like if you join the army and you get shot, right? And you're like, oh my god, I've been shot. It's like you know. Like,
depends what branch of the army you're signing up for, pal.
Oh, do you know what I mean? You sign up to a customer service, you get shouted at, you lose your mind. You're like, how can you shout at me? It's like, well, you work for customer service.
What do you mean? I shout back. Fuck 'em.
I do.
Anyway, I digress. Like, it's just weird. But the best part about it is, like, this kid has a good head on his shoulders. Like, he responded in the most professional, adult-like manner. Like, even when this whole Hollywood sex scandal thing was going on, he dropped out of his like casting agency because there was allegations, like not even confirmed things. He like there was a hint of something being wrong and he immediately dropped off of that casting agency. And then even with all of this stuff about him not replying to fans, he tweeted about it and he was like, I'm a person first, actor second. He was like, he is more than what people see on screen. He is an individual. He is a person who wants to live his life. I get your point of view in that, like, it's not expected, but it's a consequence of it.
Yeah, like, it's gonna happen. Like,
but in the real world, it shouldn't. But then...
No, of course, no. I'm not justifying it. Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying it happened. It's gonna happen.
This idea you're talking about of things being like a consequence or like it's just gonna happen also nicely goes into this thing about Millie Bobby Parker, because she, like said, 13 years old. Just take that into account. Like barely hit puberty. She's a 13-year-old girl, and she was wearing outfits. I can't remember where she was. She was either at a fashion show or an award show or just some sort of function that celebrities do, whatever they do. And there was so many articles about her looking seductive. She's 13 years old. Nothing a 13-year-old child wears is seductive in any way, shape, or form.
True.
Is that also supposed to be a consequence of things? People looking at you as, like, a sex icon at 13?
That's not right.
But the worst thing is, these are really famous publications. Like I can't remember exactly who it was, but these were posted in massive, like, magazines and newspapers. And it was like...
nothing someone of that age should be seductive.
I've never looked at, even when I was 13, I wasn't looking at girls my age going, yeah, you look fucking banging.
13.
Like
What year are you in 13?
that's you're 11 in year 7 turning 12, and you're 12 in year 8 turning 13. So between year 8 and year 9. Like, you might think people look nice, but there is nothing seductive about a 13-year-old. Nothing whatsoever. Like, I was reading about it, and I was, like, hearing about it, and I was like, no? Like, this is not a world that really anyone should have to live in? 13 years old. Like, it is ridiculous. The crap that's going on. Like, again, all linking back to this weird Hollywood sex scandal stuff. It's like, why? Why is this happening? Like, what are we now currently having to deal with in 2017? As if things weren't hard enough back in 2016 when life was weird, Trump got elected, stuff like that. Like, that was a weird year. I don't know what's worse in terms of things that have happened in the public eye in terms of both years. As shitty as celebrity deaths were last year, this is stuff in Hollywood is a whole lot worse. A whole lot worse. But I mean, I don't know. It's something that seems to be underlying in all aspects of the entertainment industry. Because you saw it with, like, Jimmy Savile back in the day on the BBC, and then people like Rolf Harris, and all these old presenters, like, being looked into and investigated. And it's like, these people have been on our screens for so long, and it branches. Like, the BBC is so small in comparison to Hollywood, it's unreal, and it just makes you think how much bigger and worse it is in Hollywood. And the past, like, month and a half, however long it's been, I really don't even think it's been that long, but the past, like, month has been non-stop. Like, stuff coming out of Hollywood has been non-stop about that. And it's, I don't know, like I said, worrying for me as someone who's always enjoyed that industry and wanted to become a part of it and just life. But a more positive note, potentially, about the film industry is I was given some information by a good friend of mine, Adi. Thank you for listening. I know you are. About Disney potentially buying out 20th Century Fox. To a lot of people, this might not mean a whole lot, but to Star Wars fans, this means a hell of a lot. Because everyone has wanted original editions, or the original Star Wars episodes remastered, put out on DVD, Blu-ray release, no edits, none of the crap that George Lucas decided to put in when he was editing the series, like no random rocks placed in front of R2, no new creatures walking in front of the camera, completely ruining shots of scenes on Tatooine for no apparent reason, and it was like, what is going on? But the rights for those original cuts were still under 20th Century Fox. And that's the main reason Adi messaged me about it, knowing, like, we're both massive Star Wars fans. He was like, he didn't even say it to me. He was like, they may be buying it. And he was like, do you know what this means? And immediately, as a Star Wars fan, I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about, friend. So this is huge. And not only is it huge, it means that Disney may be un-Disneyfying itself, if that makes sense, in some sort of weird, strange way. You might see things start getting a bit grittier with, like, Marvel movies, which are also owned by Disney. They might start getting a bit darker. You might see it again, hopefully, with Star Wars, they might start getting a little bit darker, because we know that saga's going to keep running for the next, like, however many years. But the main thing, like, when it was first announced for me is, like, we're getting original cuts of those first, like, episodes. And it's going to be incredible because it's what everyone has always wanted if you're a Star Wars fan. I have the originals on VCR and they're, like, prized possessions of mine. I'm never going to sell them, never going to get rid of them. And I'm going to own them forever because as a Star Wars fan, you kind of have to. But it's huge, pretty much. Massive. In terms of how big Star Wars is getting as well, this is like a perfect buy for Disney. And it's a perfect like thing for the movie industry, because Disney's basically going to end up owning everything at this point, is how it looks, with regards to massive like production companies now being bought out by them. It seems like Disney's trying to own Hollywood, which is ideal in a sense, because there doesn't seem to be any weird Disney sex scandals going on. There could be, no one knows. but there doesn't seem to be, and it could see a massive shift in the way things have been run in Hollywood for the past however many years to how Disney want them to run. And personally, I think it's positive. When Lucasfilm was first bought out by Disney, I was tentative. I was nervous, especially because they announced yearly releases of films. I was like, all right, this is probably going to ruin the franchise at first. And then as I looked more into it and they started dropping films, I was like, okay, cool. This was like the best thing that Star Wars needed, and it worked perfectly. But I don't know, man. Try and give your 2 cents if you can, because I know this isn't a topic you're clued up on. And I've been talking for ages.
It's kind of a Dylan episode. I didn't really have many topics.
Yeah. So apologies for that.
In the sense of it, my take on it is like, for the big fans like you guys,
Yeah.
it's dope. I mean, I would enjoy seeing them too.
Yeah.
I could imagine Disney literally owning the whole of Hollywood soon. It's probably gonna happen. Not gonna lie. But then it's the same as like Google keeps buying everything.
Yeah.
So, or Apple. Well, Apple don't really. No, it's Google, right? Amazon. They own. Who owns Facebook?
Apple like do their own thing. Apple exists in their
Who
own
owns
sort of
Facebook?
universe.
Facebook is owned by.
That's a good question. I've never really focused on it too much.
Does Mark Zuckerberg still own it, or did he sell it? I'm sure he sold it.
It's like
right?
a public company.
It's owned by somebody. I know Mark Zuckerberg is the founder.
He's got like 24% ownership.
Yeah. 28%.
Or like 28% stake, yeah. And then there's a bunch of other companies like linked.
Who owns Instagram?
That's a good question. I've not got a clue.
Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, this is okay. Now I remember. So Mark Zuckerberg owns both, right? Because I remember there was this big thing about Snapchat. Because he wanted to buy Snapchat, right?
Oh yeah.
And he couldn't. They wouldn't sell it, so he made Instagram stories.
Yeah, he's also made Facebook stories. The exact same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he owns it.
Yeah. Do you, Mark? Do you, boo boo?
Yeah, it's been a Dylan episode, which is weird. It's normally me that just talks shit.
It's right, man.
Disney.
We both sworn this episode. It didn't go very well. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, coming up, highlights on Dylan's channel, which is gonna be sick.
We just cut it off there. Yeah, we're done now.
What else is there to talk about? What we got? You got anything else?
No, not really. I've talked about what I want to talk about, but
so we got the highlights coming up, which is dope. Maybe a stream on Friday. Hopefully.
Yes, maybe a drunk stream on Friday.
If anyone's here, still, well, we know one person. Here,
I
at
do.
least. One, give us guests. I think guests would be dope.
Yeah. I think we should get Uddy on for an episode, but then it'll turn into like another me and him episode, and you'll just be sat there like, what up?
We should get Jay on.
We should.
That'd be interesting.
We should get Jamie to talk about life as a singer, songwriter, content producer, Twitch affiliate. Yeah. I don't know what that noise was. That's gonna be fun to listen back to in an edit.
I was firing up. Second, you said Twitch affiliate. I lost my mind. Yeah, that's cool. We should definitely get some guests on. We need. We didn't talk about this in the beginning.
What did we talk about? What did we forget?
Topics for 25 episodes.
Oh yeah, rip. Yeah.
It's fun. We can do that.
We'll do that next week.
I'm just losing my mind there. I've been listening. I haven't spoke for ages. I've been listening. I've been a listener.
I'm sorry, Bibby. It's been a proper weird podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been good being on this end of the
I'm gonna hate the sound of my own voice after I've edited this. So it's gonna be.
Can you add some bass to a voice, please?
To yours.
Yeah, I want to sound like a man.
Alright, man.
Alright, okay.
That sums it up, I think, no? That's everything. Yeah?
So, thanks to listening to... I'm going to end it. I'm going to do this.
Right, do it. Go for it.
So, guys, thanks for listening to podcast episode 8 of Real
Do
Talk
you
Ranks.
forget what? I was gonna say, did you forget what it was called?
No, I don't do this. Right?
Like you
Episode
forgot
8.
the date of Christmas.
Let me fucking finish.
Let me live.
Yeah, thanks for listening to episode 8. Please.
What's the podcast called, Ryan?
Real Talk Ranks. Today's secret word will be.
They don't need a secret word. They've got the swear counter
No
to do.
one's gonna do that.
It's right. We'll see.
Okay,
See
if
who
no
the
one does
loyal
it,
fans are.
if no one does it, secret word will be. Watermelon.
I like that word. Watermelon.
Watermelon with like 8 N's.
All right, yeah. Watermelon.
Watermelon.
It's not a watermelon. I like
no.
that.
Or, oh my god, it's Muzzer Fuzzer.
Oh my god. Wasn't that
Remember
Ollie
that
Pinto?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, I miss Mother Fuzzy, you know.
Oh my god, it's Muzzer Fuzzer. Can you play the clip? Can you
I
get
could
the
try
clip
to,
and put it in? So good.
I completely forgot that was video.
Edit in.
Yeah, if I could find
cool.
it.
So listening to episode 8, guys. I have been your boy Ruznofo.
And I've been your boy Sully Riznofo. Okay. Okay, honey.
Okay, guys. Peace.
Right. Sweet. Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Domination.